Alright everybody, we're back at it again like Daniel in his white vans. So we're here at Victory Road. Don't necessarily have, I'm not 100% on exactly what I want to run for my, my final Elite 14. We'll definitely kind of figure that out as we go along. Ride a bike, right? But I still remember, forever ago when I was first playing this game, right? I was 4 or 5 years old the first time that I played this game, and I remember I actually beat basically the entire game by myself. I got to the very end of the game, and I was at the Elite Four, and I just couldn't beat it. Right? I just could not beat it, and so I went to my brother, and I was like, "Hey, I can't beat the Elite Four. Can you help me?" And he goes, he takes my Game Boy, right? He goes, I don't remember exactly where he went, but he goes somewhere, somewhere where like he goes into his room or something. He comes back out and he hands me the Game Boy, and there is a level 100 Kangaskhan. And it took him, I don't even remember. It wasn't a long time. It was a few minutes, right? And there he was with, a level 100 Kangaskhan, and he was just like, "All right, go be the Elite Four now." I was like, I guess I will. Gotta make sure we don't travel with. There's a lot of Pokemon actually in this area that we actually can, that would not count as an encounter, but it's not every one of them, so I definitely don't want to risk the encounter. I'm gonna go for Moltres here. The only at this point, the only Pokemon we could catch, I think, is Machop. There's just not any use to him. Like I said, I don't even think that I'm going to end up running Moltres, but he's more likely to end up being used than Machop is, so I feel like if I'm going to get an encounter, it might as well be one that's potentially useful as opposed to one that's absolutely worthless. My boy, you do not want this smoke. But yeah, so, I mean, like, Gyarados is not, like, slow. So he's got, decent crit rate. I think it's, like, somewhere north of 10%. He's got Hyper Beam. He has access to Hyper Beam. He has an incredibly high attack. He was one of the people that benefited from the special defense, special attack, combination. He's just one of the best at this game. Any game you play with Gyarados, I would say Gen 2 is when he's at his worst, because that is before he has access to Intimidate and before the physical special split, so he can't use physical water moves and stuff like that. And he doesn't have abilities, so it's like everything that is bad before Gen 4 and good and bad after the end of Gen 1. It's like Gen 3 is when he at least has access to teach Snorlax Mega Kick, because why not? He's not gonna end up using it, but why not? Let's do it. Garbage. Yeah. I think Gyarados is like he's arguably at his best in Gen 1, and then I would say he's pretty much the same from Gen 4 on. He's still good in Gen 2 just because he has good stats. And even without having access to you know, like physical water moves, he still does good damage with non-physical water moves. Like, it's a special attack, it's 70 base, so it's not like it's garbage tier. It's just not great. That's all. Yeah. It's just really good in this game. That's all it is. Yeah. But he got, I think, yeah, I would say best in Gen 1, worst in Gen 2. Gen 3 was right before he went back to being, like, really good. And then Gen 4 on, more or less, I mean, basically the same. Like, I mean, you could make an argument for, like, as more moves get added to the game, he becomes, you know, better and more versatile and more useful. But it's not, like, it's not super important, is my point. Yeah, that'd be me, mother. Oh, he's so cool. That trainer. But, I mean, you can just see, he just eats these, you know? Yeah, like Gen 4 was nice actually, because not only did it give him physical water moves, it also made it so that way like Bite and Crunch and like a lot of coverage moves were also physical. So yeah, Gen 4, you know, after his, you know, his dominance in Gen 1, you know, Gen 4 was definitely very nice to Gyarados. So, and I love Gyarados. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. You know, well-deserved Mega. Still should have made him a Dragon type. Hit him, wink, Game Freak. The funny thing is, though, is that, you know, obviously everyone nowadays, they know about, like, there's this, you know, this kind of competitive dominance of Charizard. Charizard was not good in this generation. And in fact, Charizard was not really good, I think, until Gen 6. I think you saw some play in Gen 5, because, like, Gen 5 was very, was very based around weather teams. But, yeah, like... But yeah, Charizard was not good for a very long time. Especially because it was Gen 4 that came out with Stealth Rocks. So he wasn't good, so then it just made him, he was already, he didn't have, he already didn't have, a lot of great utility, and then they were like, oh, well, we're also going to make it so that way this move that, if you're talking, in singles, it's not in doubles. I think doubles is obviously a different story, always. But they were like, oh, well, he's already not great, now we're going to add a move to the game that you basically have to play. And takes out half of his HP. And then they went and added, Infernape to the game. Why am I going to use Charizard when Infernape exists? And then they just kept adding, eventually, yes, with Megas, Gigantamax, and all sorts of crazy stuff. Yes, eventually Charizard became, quite useful, obviously. But there was a decent period of time where Charizard just really wasn't doing anything. And it's sad. Alright, so I actually thought that was going to take a lot longer. I forgot how short Victory Road is in this game. I am going to... So I know that we need to make a couple copies of some TMs. We need to figure out exactly what our team is going to be. I'm not 100% on the entire team yet. And then I'm gonna have to do some leveling. I don't know. It might be best to just call this video where it is, do everything, do all the prep work off screen, and then just come back in the next video and just have one video be the Elite Four. It's a little frustrating because this video is only 12 minutes long, but there's just not anything else that I need to do that's interesting. There's nothing that I want to talk about. There's nothing about Gen 1 that I want to go over. I think I've touched on all the cool little details of Gen 1. I've caught all the Pokemon. There's no encounters that if I'm gonna use it, it's in the box or in my party already. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call this one. I do appreciate everybody watching, and I guess I will see you in the next one.